Next question, the question number 110. It is somewhat a tricky question from the sexual reproduction flowering plant, and it comes from different parts of the chapter. And the question is, the plant part which consists of two generation one within other. So two generation, that is one generation is haploid generation and another is diploid generation. That is the concept they have to be taken.
Yeah.
Okay. And pollen grain inside anther. Anther is a diploid structure. Anther is a diploid structure. Pollen grain is a haploid. So
yeah.
that is one generation inside the another one. So the A is the one of the correct one.
Answer, yeah.
And germinated pollen grain with two male gamete. Germinated pollen grain is with a haploid generation and the male gamete is also with a haploid generation. So we cannot be taken that option.
Yeah.
And seed inside fruit. Both are diploid because it's a product of fertilization.
Yeah.
Product of fertilization because the fruit is developing from the ovary. Ovary is a diploid part. Seed is also the diploid part because the ovule is developing. And embryo sac inside the ovule. Embryo sac inside. Embryo sac is a haploid structure. And ovule is a diploid structure. So two generation. Many of the students, I think they maybe have some doubts about this question, and the option is fourth one, that is A and D only. A and D only. A and D only. So the fourth is the many of the students may be with somewhat difficult in that level of questions. And 110, it is very direct question, and the question from respiration plants, and the page number 232. There is in the left side there is the Krebs cycle diagram, and in the right side there is a paragraph, and it explains that the number of substrate level phosphorylation in one turn of citric acid cycle. Substrate level phosphorylation, that is a direct ATP synthesis or GTP synthesis that is taken place in the respiratory process. So that is taken place when the succinyl coenzyme A is converting into succinic acid. Succinyl coenzyme A is converting into succinic acid, and there is only one time there is the substrate level phosphorylation taken place. All others are the oxidative phosphorylation that is produced as the NADP. So only 1/3. That is the answer. So the answer is 2.
Moving to the next question. Here it's a matching type question. So this time I think, sir, there is so much
matching type. 15 questions are matching type.
Matching type questions. So first question, that is a floating ribs. The match the column for column 1, floating ribs, and the column 2, the best option, that is do not connect with the sternum. That means floating ribs means the last two pairs, 11th and 12th pair ribs. They are known as floating ribs. They do not connect with the sternum. That is why it is termed as floating ribs. Okay, so from that itself we can
they can get the answer. Yeah, floating ribs, fourth one. Yeah. Only one option is with one A is 4. Yeah. So no need to check all these and waste the time, because we need time to solve the physics question. So that I think many of the institutes, they will be practice the students to take this type of technique in the biology. Anyway, the Bright Learning app and also Target Learning app, they are providing this type of techniques to the students as well. Yeah. Okay.
So okay, let us see the next question. So similar type question we can see this came from the chapter. Match the following question, that is mainly human health and disease. Okay, human health and disease. In this chapter, the one session, column 1, it denotes the diseases of the human, and another, the column 2, it denotes the causative organism. In typhoid, it is caused by Salmonella typhus. So option we can see the first A3. So here it is A3.
Only one option with A3. So within 1 second they can take the answer.
If student know the typhoid, the causative organism.
No need to go filaria, voucheria, pneumonia. No need, because if any other pair is with the same pair, then we can go through the next one.
Yeah, from the first option
they can
identify that.
So the answer is 2. So the next question, 114, the question that is coming from the environmental issues, and the page number 283 of environmental issues in the second year NCERT, the exact line related to Montreal Protocol that was signed in the 1987 for the control of, it is not for the control of genetically modified organism. It is the control of emission of ozone depletion substances, the exact line of the NCERT textbook. So option 2 is the correct answer.
So moving to the next question, the QRS complex in a standard ECG
That is the
process.
diagram that is given in the
Yeah,
NCERT
I
textbook,
understand.
that is ECG diagram.
Yeah, body fluids and circulation. The chapter body fluids and circulation. In that chapter,
Second year chapter, page number 286.
First year
chapter
human
2,
physiology.
286.
286 page number. So here it is telling that the QRS complex. We know that there's a three waves are. The first one P wave. P wave is due to depolarization of atria. QRS complex is due to depolarization of ventricle. And T wave, it is a repolarization of ventricle. So the right answer and the correct NCRT point is taken here. That is the depolarization of ventricle is the right answer.
Several times it was asked.
Yeah.
When the KEAM is present, it is
It's
also
also
the same question is asked. And last year also, the last year NEET examination also, there is a matching
actually,
pair. Matching pair they have asked.
If a student gone through once in that topic, they can able to
Definitely they can answer.
Simple.
And 116, that is from the question that is coming from plant growth and development. And the question is, name the plant growth regulator which upon spraying on the sugarcane increases the length of the stem and thus increases the yield of the sugarcane. The exact line that is in the page number 249 of NCERT textbook related to gibberellic acid GA3 discovered by from the Gibberella fujikori, and it is with the action that is increasing the internodal elongation, and it is used for overcoming the dwarfism, and also it is used in the increasing the stem length in the fruit shape, and also fruit length in the grapes. So that is very important, and gibberellin.
So next question, how many true breeding pea plant varieties did Mendel select as pairs? You have to concentrate in this word pairs. Okay, then which were similar except in one character with contrasting traits. This question is asked from the chapter genetics, that is
Genetics,
principles of inheritance and variation.
Right.
So I think there is 4 questions are there from the chapter, and
Yeah.
one question is from this. It's a simple one. They asked this as pairs, so most of them there is no confusing because the answer is 14.
Seven contrasting characters are the 7 contrasting character, height of the plant, flower shape, seed shape.
Yeah. 7
position of the flower.
characters and 14 traits are there. So here
And that is the one of the successful reason for the discovery Mendelian principle.
Yeah. So the answer is 14, 17. That is 14 total varieties are he had taken.
And the page number of NCERT, page number 70, you can
70,
check the answer.
Page number 70. Let us see next one. Bilaterally symmetrical and acylomate animal are exemplified by bilaterally symmetrical and acylomate animal. This question is taken from the chapter Animal Kingdom, and the page number 51 you will get the answer. Okay, the option here it is given Tinophora, Platyhelminthes, Ashhelminthes, Annelida. Here we know that bilaterally symmetrical and acylomate animal. Acylomate means they do not have cavity between body wall and gut wall. The only animal that we can see from the beginning onwards, it is starting from Platyhelminthes, they have acylomate. So the answer is Platyhelminthes flatworm. They are dorso-ventrally flattened. They do not have cavities there. So the answer 2, Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes,
Yeah.
and there is only one phylum with the character. Only one phylum.
Then
bilateral
coming to
symmetrical.
next one, we can see that is a pseudo-coelomate, Ashhelminthes.
yes.
Next after that,
Yeah.
coelomate is starting. So first phylum that is from acylomate, we can write it is Platyhelminthes. Next one, cuboidal epithelium with the brush border of microvilli is found in. You take the textbook and see that page number 101. Exact line is given there.
NCERT textbook.
Yeah, there is a proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. Exact line is there. You please go through that if you
Page
want.
number 101.
101, yeah.
Page number 101
Yeah,
of NCERT textbook.
proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. From this angle, we can conclude that the most of the questions, not most of the
All the questions coming from NCERT textbook. So naturally, many of the students they will be go behind the different types of big textbook and big guides. So actually it is making cash to the publishers only, because normally when you follow, because the NCERT textbook is a bible for the the holy book for the NEET preparing students naturally. So they must be follow the textbook, and you can refer the previous year question paper published by any of the publisher, and you can solve the question, and that is
to practice that statement type questions.
Every question, and each and every line of NCERT textbook example diagram is very important. That is proved by NEET NTA by this question paper. So 120th question. Yes.
Yeah. So 120. It is from the chapter, I think, that
sell the unit of life. It is from the sell the unit of life, 120th question, and which is the important site of formation of glycoprotein and glycolipids in eukaryotes. So when you are studying about the glycoprotein and glycolipid, you can clearly you can see that the first paragraph of page number 134, the last line is with Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus is a site of synthesis of glycoprotein and glycolipids. So the answer is no doubt Golgi body. Right. But the first option is endoplasmic reticulum. Many of the students, they will be go for the endoplasmic reticulum because that is the site of lipid synthesis and protein synthesis. Okay, yeah. So the answer is not endoplasmic reticulum, it is Golgi body. The last line of first paragraph of page number 134. And this is somewhat some additionally came from the NCERT, and here this is from the chapter photosynthesis, and it is explained in the page number 212. The question is, in light reaction, plastoquinone facilitate the transfer of electron from. Actually, there is the non-cyclic photophosphorylation is explained, but it is not explained with the different carriers. That is a photo system one is not explained. That is only LHS is given in the NCERT, and yes, the X carrier, and there is only ETS, electron transport complex is present, and ATP synthesis explained. But in between here there is plastoquinone, and then the cytochrome B F complex, and here there is PS2. Yeah, PS2. So here there is PS2, and from the PS2 it is associated with the oxygen evolving complex or water splitting complex, and where the photolase of water taken place, and the electron that is jumped and it is carried by the primary carrier PHE, and then plastoquinone. From the plastoquinone it move into the cytochrome B6F complex, then plastocyanine. From the plastocyanine it is moving into the PS1. So the answer is the first option, that is PS2 to cytochrome BF complex. So in between PS2 and the complex cytochrome BF complex, there is the plastoquinone that facilitate PS2 to the cytochrome complex. So that is not that type of explanation is there. Normally a student who is preparing for the NEET level examination, that diagram, that detailed diagram normally study. So we can't say it is outside the NCERT. Next question, that is coming from the mineral nutrition, and you can see the different page number of NCERT, that is a matching pair. So the answer that micronutrients are given, and micronutrients and their functions are in the NCERT, and iron is required for chlorophyll biosynthesis. Iron is required for chlorophyll biosynthesis. So A3 is with only one option is there. Only one option is there. So within 1 second they can reach. And boron is for pollen germination. So when the boron C2, the student who knows boron for pollen germination, because the students are doing practical in the school with the pollen germination in the CBSE classes. So boron with the pollen germination. So C2 there is two options. So there will be confusion. Three options are there. Three options are there. So but with the one option they will get the first option itself. They will get the correct answer. So the answer is 3. And third question, 23rd question. The roots originate from the base of the stem. That is from the morphology of flowering plants, and page number 66, there is the root systems are explained in the first part of that chapter, and that explains about when we are going through the fibrous root, there is the roots originating from radicle is not lasting, and it is replaced by a tuft of fibrous roots or tuft of roots at the base of the stem. stuffed off roots at the base of the stem. So that is a statement, and that statement is exactly here. The root originating from the base of the stem, that is the fibrous root. Fibrous root. So answer is A. 1.
Yeah.
127.
Next question, there is 124.
124.
In this question, from his experiment, that is S.L. Miller produced amino acid by mixing the following in closed flask. They had conducted one experiment, to prove that chemical evolution of life had taken place. This is a direct question
For the
from
synthesis of amino acids.
amino acid.
Yes.
That is from NCRT, the page number 127. It is given, and here it is they had taken the mixture of methane, hydrogen, ammonia, and water vapor, which is taken as a temperature of 800 degrees Celsius, to conduct the experiment for prove the chemical evolution of life, and they got the result as amino acid. So the right answer in this option is
1.
First one. Okay,
And
first one.
127 is the page number, and 128 they are giving the diagram of the
Diagram
experiment,
also, yeah.
and also
S.L. Miller's
explain,
and Urey.
Yeah, Urey's experiment. Stanley Miller.
Harold
and-
C. Urey. Next one, identify the basic amino acid from the following. This is from the chapter biomolecules.
Biomolecule.
Okay. How many questions are from that section? I think that it's of 3 or 4
No,
questions.
more than 4 questions from the
Biomolecules.
So total 11 questions from unit of the cell. That is the
Okay.
cell, the unit of life,
Okay.
then the biomolecule, and also
from so total, if you consider the unit based means we will. Okay.
normally when we are in our classes, normally I will say that is more than 10, between 10 and 15 questions from
Questions
that
will be there,
3
yes.
chapter only. The same pattern they
How
have
to
followed.
concentrate that chapter more?
Because it's the base of life, cell and
Biomolecules
biomolecular
as
cell
well as
division.
cell
Without
cycle
that, we cannot study any of the higher chapters of the biology. So, identify the basic amino acid, the exact line of the amino acid that is
It's
given.
144, the page number 144, and the answer is-
second paragraph.
Yeah,
So, in the second paragraph, they can
lysine.
lysine.
Lysine is the answer. Okay. So, next one.
It's from the
Plant growth and development,
plant growth and development. Plant growth and development. 26 question. The process of growth is maximum during, that is, log phase. That's we are studying about the plant growth in the page number 243 of the NCRT. There is the sigmoid curve growth, exponential growth, and it explains about the lag phase, log phase, and stationary phase. So the answer is log phase.
Coming to the next one from human physiology, that is excretory products and their elimination. From this chapter, they asked one question like this: presence of which of the following conditions in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus? That means sugar.
Sorry, this question is going to the chemical coordination or in the excretory product?
Excretory products. This is exact from excretory products and their elimination. That's from page number 298.
298.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had given the answer as ketonuria and glycosuria.
Ketonuria and glycosuria.
The presence of glucose.
Ketones also releasing through
As
the
well as,
urine, and
glucose.
is
That's
also.
glycosuria.
So that's why we are using the Bendick test or
Bendick test for identifying the
Fehling
percentage.
test is also used for the detecting
Identification of diabetes mellitus.
Diabetes.
So right answer is 3.
Right.
Ketonuria and glycosuria. The next one, the question that is asked from the chapter genetics. Okay, genetics 1. That is hemophilia. Hemophilia. Here the select the correct match. Okay, select the correct match. First one, hemophilia is a Y-linked. No, it's not Y-linked. Phenyl ketonuria autosomal dominant trait.
Hemophilia is a
X-linked recessive,
X-linked
recessive disorder. Phenyl ketonuria, it's not autosomal dominant trait.
Autosomal dominant is only the Hutchinson's disease they are
yeah.
explained.
Sickle cell anemia means autosomal recessive trait chromosome number 11.
Chromosome
That's the
number
right
11.
answer.
There is a
that's
point mutation.
Yeah,
GAG
point
is
mutation.
converting into
Hemoglobin.
GUG.
Yeah.
That is
That's
in
the
the
normal
hemoglobin
shape
chain.
of RBC is changed into sickle
Sickle
shape.
cell shape.
Okay, there were some
Valine is
they
replaced
cannot
by
able
glutamic
to
acid.
carry
Yeah.
oxygen.
Yeah. That's in the small change in the. That is an example for the point mutation.
Also.
Sickle cell anemia. So the correct
sickle cell anemia, the term is giving in that chapter in two places, I think so. One from that mutation, point mutation, another one is from the disorders. Okay, so the point is taken from the page number.
That is the clear diagram is given.
18 page number 89 and 90.
Number 89.
89 and 90. Okay. So the right answer is sickle cell anemia. Okay.
The next question: the strobili or corn are found in. That's a question from Plant Kingdom, and in the page number 36, page number 36 of +1 textbook. And there is in the case of all these are the example from the pteridophyte. Salvinia, no. Pteris, not. Pteris is also producing spores. Mercantia is a bryophyte and it is not producing strobilus. Only the strobilus producing, two examples are given in the NCERT. One is Selaginella and another is Equisetum. So the answer is, other examples also there. Lycopodium is also there. But the NCERT is explained only two examples. One is Equisetum and Selaginella. So the answer is Equisetum for strobili or cone producing pteridophyte.
Okay. Moving to the next question.
130.
Yeah, it's also from genetics. From multiple alleles. Identify the wrong statement with reference to the gene I that control ABO blood groups. The gene I has 3 alleles, right? Gene I has 3 alleles are there. That is IA, IB and small I.
Small I, yeah.
The next one, a person will have only 2 of these 3 alleles, right?
Right.
My blood group is B blood group. My blood group is B.
blood
I
group.
have both IA
And
sorry, IB or IB
Small I. Yes.
Okay. So next, when IA and IB are present together, they express same type of sugar.
No, they are producing different type of sugar.
So
That's
IA
why
and
there are
IB are
two different
equally dominant. They are equally dominant.
antibodies are.
Yeah. So the answer is 3.
3.
When IA and IB are present
Small
together,
I
they
is
express
present,
same.
no sugar is produced. No
Yeah,
sugar,
no
that
sugar
is
is
no
That's why it's known as O.
glycoproteins are present on the surface of the RBC.
RBC.
Okay. So the answer is the wrong statement. The correct answer is 3.
3.
131.
Yeah, 131. Identify the correct statement with reference to the human digestive system from the chapter Digestion and Absorption from the first unit of human physiology in +1. It is taken from the page number 259. Okay,
Yeah.
you can go through that. It is a
Very clear, very clear,
question.
simple.
Yeah, ileum opens into small intestine. Ileum does not opens into small intestine. Actually, ileum opens into large intestine.
Large intestine.
Okay,
Ileum is the last part of the small intestine. Small intestine.
Serosa is the
So what are
innermost.
the different parts of the small intestine?
That is the U-shaped duodenum, coiled jejunum,
Jejunum.
highly coiled ileum.
Ileum, yeah.
So here it is second point, serosa is the innermost layer of the alimentary canal. Serosa is not the innermost layer, it is the outermost layer. Innermost layer is mucosa.
Mucosa layer.
Okay, ileum is a highly coiled part. Ileum is highly coiled part because from U-shaped duodenum, coiled jejunum, and it is telling that highly coiled ileum. You can refer to the page number.
Exact line in the page number 259.
259. Vermiform appendix arise from duodenum. No, it's the
it
first
is,
portion of small intestine.
yeah.
Actually, vermiform appendix is arising from colon.
large part.
Yeah, cecum. First portion of the large intestine, that is cecum.
And the cecum is with different types of symbiotic
Symbiotic
microorganisms. All the statements are given. And from that they have taken the
Answer. Ileum is a highly coiled part.
132.
Okay. Next one, question number 132. Which of the following would help in prevention of diuresis? Okay, it is taken from, it's actually coordinated question.
It's a
from
coordinated
2
question.
chapter.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that from chemical coordination and integration as well as from
Diuresis, which means that is
reabsorption. Of
reabsorption.
water. Yeah. Here actually, which of the following would help in prevention of diuresis? Prevention of diuresis only they asked. So there's a 2. They are correlated question between the chapter excretory products and their elimination as well as chemical coordination. The answer is, that is second one, reabsorption of sodium and water from renal tubules due to aldosterone.
That is the page number 336.
336 plus
And
297.
297.
Yeah.
2 pages. And
From
one
cell cycle.
cell cycle. That's the same paragraph. We have last time we have got the synaptonymal complexes
Synaptonymal complex, yeah,
dissolved
yeah.
set. That's a previous question also.
Yeah.
And 133, the match the following matching type. And zygotine is characterized by synapses. So A4. A4 is only one option. Or A4 is with a pair only one option. And we can check other also. Pacatine is with a crossing over. Pacatine is characterized by crossing over of the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome, and it is mediated by the recombinase enzyme. And so only other option is also correct. That is 3 is only with the B3 only in the second option. So no need to go for other to check. Anyway, we will check diplotin is with the chiasma. Diakinase is the termination of chiasma. That is a transition to the metaphase one also. So answer is 2.
Second one.
Answer is 2. And page number 168 of that. That's the same paragraph. We got 2 questions.
Next also, I think that is from plant growth.
Plant growth and development. And it is not this type of explanation is given in the NCERT. And because the para-ascorbic acid and phenolic acid is not mentioned. But we know it is not an inhibitory substance governing the seed germinancy. Not an inhibitory substance. Not an inhibitory substance, which means not it is inhibiting. It is promoting the seed. That is, it is promoting the seed germination. So that is gibberellic acid. Abscisic acid is the suppressing. Phenolic acid and para-ascorbic acid is also suppressing the germination. That is seed dormancy promoting one.
So it's page number 249. 249. So next one, that is from
biotechnology. First chapter of biotechnology processes, and it is also another matching one. BT cotton. BT cotton is, we know, Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. A4. How many options are, sir?
Only one option.
So those who know that type of trick,
I think that from beginning onwards, this matches all are from only one option.
Yeah. Then anyway, adenosine deaminase, that is, we know that it is related to ADA deficiency, that is related to gene therapy. First gene therapy, and RNA interference. RNA interference is with cellular defense. Cellular defense. PCR for the detection of HIV. That is also diagnostic technique. So the answer is first option. And 136, it is from the biomolecule. From biomolecule, 136 from the biomolecule. And it is also a matching type. And here, inhibition of catalytic activity by malonate. Inhibition by the catalytic activity by the malonate. And then second one, it possesses peptide bond. Collagen.
Because collagen is we know that it's a
protein. It's the most abundant protein. That question also came in the question paper. Next one of the
most abundant animal protein is called collagen.
Most abundant protein in the animal world. Most abundant protein in the biological world is rubisco. So cell wall formation, cell wall material, that is chitin. Secondary metabolite is resin.
So right answer is first one. So from this we can conclude that option 1 is the right answer.
Inhibitory activity, that is malonate.
So here it is two options are there.
Two options.
Actually here for one.
So then we can go to the next one. Possesses peptide, that is A4.
So
B4. So only with the
first
two
answer
options. Okay. 137 from biotechnology, first chapter, and it is also the exact lines of the page number 199 of second year textbook. And the first chapter of biotechnology, the sequences that control the copy number linked to DNA, the vector is termed as ORI, origin of replication. Origin of the same line of NCERT. And palindromic sequence is the sequence that is with when it is reading from left to right and right to left, is the same one, that is GATTC.
Okay.
And selectable marker recognition. It is governed by the copy number is governed by the ORI, origin of replication site. So answer is second one. 138.
Snow blindness
in Antarctic region. I think it will be mentioned. It is mentioned in NCERT.
In chapter that is
environmental issue. That is in the exact line is present related to ultraviolet radiation or ozone depletion. Page number 283. Second paragraph you can check. And snow blindness in the Antarctic region is due to the inflammation of cornea, and it is also explained that is leading to the cataract and also other eye diseases due to high dose of UVB radiation. We know that Antarctic region is more prone to the ultraviolet radiation due to ozone depletion. So the answer is 2.
So here, next question.
139.
139. It came from that chapter, biodiversity and its conservation. According to Robert May, the global species diversity is about 7 million. Don't get confused with 1.5 million, because 1.5 million, it is the estimate given by the IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. But here the right answer came is that 7 million, because a small and sound estimate made by Robert May. Okay, this is given in the page number 259 of the last line.
Last line of that page. Last line of that
259, Robert May are given that is a total estimate here given that 7 million species are there.
Okay, 140th question.
140. Sir, I think
and
that
it is from strategies for enhancement of food production. Strategies for enhancement of food production. And the question is, by which method new breed of Hisardale of sheep, Hisar is in Haryana, and where the research institute is located, and sheep made by using bicarinary eaves and Mariano ram. It is the cross-breeding technique. It is the same line, exact line that is present in the NCERT. And the next they are going for interspecific hybridization. Mule is explained. So it is a answer that is the third one. Cross-breeding.
Cross-breeding.
His are day. So the third one, page number 128. 128.
So this is also from the question
NCERT.
that is this question. This question number 141. Which of the following of the globe estimate highest species diversity? This is asked from the +2 biodiversity and its conservation. Okay, here the options are given as Western Ghats of India, Madagascar, Himalayan, Amazon forest. We know that Amazon forest is known as the greatest biodiversity in the world because they have the highest number of species are present there. So the highest global species diversity can be seen in Amazon forest. There are some accounts are given in that chapter. There is 130,000 species of plants are there, 40,000 species of animals are there. So like so much accounts are given to prove that the Amazon rainforest is
That's
one
why
of
it is
the
called as
greatest length of the
length
planet. They
yeah.
contribute, I think, that 20% of the oxygen to the atmosphere they are giving.
But it is under the verge of extinction and also under the verge of the destruction. Natural habitat destruction is there and forest destruction is there, and it is exactly given in the NCERT page number 261.
261. Amazon forest. Next question.
It's another matching pair.
Match the following columns and select the correct option. This question is asked from the chapter Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. Here they asked there is 6 to 15 pair of gill slits that is found in cyclostomes. Cyclostomata. Okay, which belongs to the division Agnatha. Okay, Agnatha. Okay, then
So here
6 to 15
that is
from cyclostomes. So
A2.
A is the right answer.
So here when we are going through 1, 4, 3, 2. So the all are not, but it is not repeating.
Yeah.
But here it is repeating.
Yeah.
And here also repeating.
Here
so,
3 is repeated.
Here 4 is repeating. But the first option itself. So that is a clear cut of method to identify the matching pair from the first question itself.
Yeah. Which of the following statement is not true?
That is related to biotechnology, second chapter. Biotechnology, its process and application. Its application. And here, which of the following is not correct? Not wrong. It is not correct. That is not correct.
Correct.
And in man, insulin is synthesized as proinsulin. Yes, it is produced as proinsulin, and it is modifying in the Golgi apparatus before the secretion from the cell. And proinsulin, it has extra peptide C peptide. That is also correct statement. The functional insulin have A chain and B chain. We know that insulin is a peptide hormone and it contains only 51 amino acid. Two chain with 15 amino acid, A chain or alpha chain and beta chain. And they held together by not hydrogen bond, it is by sulfide bond. It is by sulfide bond. So that is here when we are reading from functional insulin, A and B chains are linked together by hydrogen. Only one mistake in the question, that is hydrogen bond. It is due to sulfide bond. So two strands are joined by the sulfide bond. And genetically engineered insulins are produced by produced by Eli Lilly, American company. And the page number 211 of the NCERT explained about with the diagram. With the diagram it is explained. And 144, that's again the matching pair. And that is from Biotechnology 1, first chapter of Biotechnology. And it is not from a specific part of the chapter page, it is from different parts of the chapter. And here again the Bacillus thuringiensis came. So second Bacillus thuringiensis. The first time also, the previous question also with the Bacillus thuringiensis we got BT cotton 135 question, and this is 144.
Yeah.
Bacillus thuringiensis is cry protein. We know crystal protein, and it is for insect resistant. And the same question is also asked in the next part.
So here you can see that.
So Bacillus thuringiensis. So it is also coming from the biotechnology, not biotechnology 1, biotechnology 2. Biotechnology 2 different parts. And crystal protein. So only one first option.
Second option.
So second option. Thermus aquaticus. We know that Thermus aquaticus is a thermally stable enzyme, and it is isolated from the archaebacteria, thermoacillus bacteria, and it is used in the PCR polymerization. So DNA polymerase, Thermus aquaticus enzyme. And agrobacterium tumefaciens, that is also the construction of the third one, cloning vector, and Salmonella typhimurium, construction of first rDNA. Salmonella typhimurium is the first rDNA plasmid was produced. Okay.
Next question.
Next
From
question.
Biological classification.
Biological
Which of the
not a biological classification, it is related to plant kingdom.
Plant
it is
kingdom,
related to
yeah.
plant kingdom.
Okay.
And which of the following pair is unicellular algae? But there are some students, maybe they have confusion. When the algae is explaining the unicellular algae, two examples are given, Chlamydomonas and Chlorella. Here Chlamydomonas is not given, but Chlorella is given. But when we are explaining the economical importance of algae, the last part of algae, that is with nutrient supplement, SCP, single cell protein, and also it is used for the astronauts for the space travel, and there explained it is unicellular. Clearly explained that unicellular, Chlorella and spirulina. Actually, spirulina is a spin, the filamentous one, but NCERT it gives. It is spirulina. So that is the importance of NCERT. When we are going to search in the Google and studying something like that, so you can see the filament of spirulina, and it is NCERT it clearly explained that spirulina is a filamentous one, and it is used for the production of nutrient, that is spirulina capsule you can purchase from the market, and it is developed or it is invented by the Central Food Technology Research Institute located at Bangalore, Karnataka, and it is an Indian invention, and now we can get a spirulina capsule in the market, and Chlorella and spirulina, that is answer. When we are going through the laminaria and sargassum, multicellular one, Gelidium and Gracilia, Rhodophyceae belonging, and it is also multicellular. Anabina is a cyanobacteria, and it's a filamentous cyanobacteria. Volvox is a colonial cyanobacteria, green algae. So the answer is Chlorella and spirulina. So this is a question that is coming from page number 4 of Plant Kingdom. Page number 32 of Plant Kingdom. Okay. So 145th question we have discussed.